We're going to make veggie burgers. Okay. So in the meantime, I need to grate carrots and cabbage. And if they have beets, they can grate beets also. Grate. Right? And bell peppers too. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. The liquid and pinto beans. Take a little bit of the liquid off. It's not too watery. Now you see what happened? Turned into a paste. I could have taken a little bit more water off, but it's okay. Okay, so I need some more bowls. Bowls like this. Okay, so we're going to put this paste here. So this is a high protein paste. It's organic pinto beans. You can use anything. You can use pinto beans. You can use rajma, red kidney beans. You can use any bean except for jelly bean. Okay, so we're going to get this out. And I need some chickpea flour. Actually, we'll make it fresh. Give me the chickpeas. Yeah, the dry chickpeas. Yeah, we'll make our own based on flour also. Yeah, I forgot the most important utensil for doing this type of work. It's called a spatula. Can you get me a rubber spatula? Yeah. Okay, so for the veggie burger, we begin with the pinto paste. Then we're going to add different things to it, and especially the chickpea flour that we're going to make. Where did you get this? Oh, it's there. Okay. No, you want to get the dry. This is for sprouting here. This is for sprouting. That's something else. Okay. So keep cleaning this. No, rubber spatula. Yeah. Okay. So the way we make the batter for the veggie burgers is we begin with the paste. We add grated carrots, grated cabbage, grated beets if we have it. You can put squash also, and you can also put dikon, radish. And then we add the chickpea flour, and we make it into a drier paste. Then we make it into patties. Then we cook the patties on a grill with some ghee. Right? And then once it's cooked, that's our burger part, the veggie burger part. And then we add fresh tomato and lettuce, and then our bun, we have the bun also, and then now you have a veggie burger. We can also add a sauce. There are different types of sauces that you can make. The simplest one, of course, is tomato sauce. But there are other sauces that we can make. We can make a sweet and sour sauce. Okay, yeah. Now I need the spatula. We have the spatula.
We don't have beets or carrots.
You don't have any carrots? Yeah, you have carrots. You definitely have carrots. This is my bad. Okay, 1 second. We'll just wash this. That's all. Yes, yes. And bell pepper. Not wasting it. Okay. So. Still have to wash this. Wash that, rinse that. Now we're waiting for that to make the chickpea flour. So these are the Bengal chickpeas. And I'm going to dry the Vitamix. So that can go in here. Yes. All right, and some of this. Yeah, good. So we add some nutritional yeast. We need to get some, we'll add some Hing. Everything you buy nowadays in the health food stores has yogurt as garlic in it. So instead of using garlic, we use Hing. That way we can eat it. Either garlic or onion. Okay, so here we have Ready-mix again. Just dry it. We're going to dry grind chickpeas and make our basement flour. Radish. These chickpeas are harder than the other grains, so it takes a little longer to grind it. And this is a very fine mesh. So we use the other one first. Usually in the villages in India, there's one shop that grinds the grains. See, in America, you have to do everything yourself now. We don't have that anymore. They had it in American villages. They had an oil press and a grain grinder you could go to in the country. They used to have them in the cities about 100 years ago. They all disappeared. So because the chickpeas are harder, it takes a little bit longer to get fine grain, fine mesh. Second time? Now it will become much finer. But it makes a lot of dust.
cutting vegetables, especially bell peppers. One time my friend, she was cutting them up, and I saw that she was just taking everything out. You know, all the, just wiping everything clean. I thought, oh my gosh, why are you removing all these things? I said, I'm sure that there's some health benefit in it. Just like in the pineapple, you know, the inside, it actually has the most nutrients in that part than anywhere in the fruit. So I was always thinking, oh, why are you removing so many things, discarding so much stuff? So I try to keep as much as possible because I know the nutrients are there. And this is my first time using this. I thought, wow, it's so practical. With the red bell peppers, you can make so many amazing dishes. And also there's this Middle Eastern salad called tabbouleh, which uses finely chopped red bell peppers. So, where did you get this?
So this one is Bed Bath Beyond or even.
Oh, Bed Bath and Beyond. Okay.
This is the beyond part. Okay, so now we have besan flour, fresh.
Should I add all of this?
Yeah. Fresh besan.
It's magic we see.
Huh?
It is just a magic jar.
What, the mixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I use Vitamix, because see, Vitamix has different blades. They make it, so what you do is you buy different of these containers. One is for blending liquids, one is for making grains, and the blade is different in each one.
So we don't have any beets or any carrots. No, we found any. This is sweet potato. Should we put sweet potato instead?
Yeah, sure. Put anything.
Yeah.
I put the little squash.
Because a lot of things like this though are
We've had the chickpea flour.
Okay, so this is sweet potato. Sweet potato has way more nutrients than yams, right? And we're going to grate it with the skin on.
All the minerals are on the skin of the potato.
So we didn't have any beets or carrots, so that's why we're just using whatever there is. And that's the way I learned how to cook. Just whatever there is, put it together.
Okay, so now our veggie burger is developing. It's not there yet, but it's on its way. What we're going to do with this now, we're going to cook it somewhat in with oil, with beef. We're not cooking the veggie burger. We haven't added this yet, right? We're going to make sure that everything is a little bit soft. You know, I mean, pinto beans are cooked, but the other things we added are not so. They're just fresh, so we'll slightly heat this up a little bit. Just like you make refried beans. So this is refried vegetable. When we finish adding everything, what else are we going to add?
What else is there? There's dikon, radish, zucchini.
Okay, they don't need to add this one. Just do the zucchini. And then put it in some ghee and heat it up a little
Saute
bit.
it.
Yes, saute it. And then bring it back. We'll add the chickpea flour. We'll finish it. Okay, so now we're going to make hummus tahini. That's also, made with the Bengal chickpeas, and it's very nutritious, and it's fun to eat. So there we go.
You want the almond blanched?
Yeah, okay. Blanching an almond. This is what blanching an almond is. You go like this. Hare Krishna. So we need someone or a couple people. It just comes off right away. You don't have to play around with it. It comes off. Okay. Okay, so to make the hummus, you want to strain the water somewhat.
So what is the item we are making now?
Now we're going to make chickpea dip.
Chickpea dip.
Yes.
Okay, and what are the
Oh,
ingredients?
hummus tahini. Well, you begin with the boiled chickpeas.
Okay.
And then you add some tahini, which is sesame butter. And then you add some lemon.
Okay.
And salt, hing, and that makes the paste.
Okay.
And you can add other things. I'll show you. Okay, so now why are we going to make this? Because hummus tahini, or this chickpea paste, is very nutritious. And if you make it right, kids will like it. It's like a dip. It's the same. It's like another pesto. Yeah. And each kid is different. So you might have to tweak the formula a little bit so that the child will actually eat it. But it's very, very nutritious. Okay. So that means we need a little bit more liquid. And we'll turn it slower. So when it makes that noise, it means you need more liquid. So here's our chickpea paste. It looks pretty good. It's not watery, not too watery. And we're going to add other things to this. Pretty much the paste. That doesn't go anywhere. That's the right consistency, right? Go like that. Okay, we need some tahini. Sesame paste called tahini. I've showed you this before. So the way you make hummus tahini or sesame paste with chickpeas, you have a certain amount of the chickpeas, and then you add 1 big spoonful of this, a tablespoon of this. You don't add too much.
So is there any proportion of chickpeas to this? Like how
Yeah,
much?
let's say you have it's about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of chickpeas and 1 big tablespoon
Okay.
of tahini, and we'll add a little bit of the sesame oil. There's sesame oil on top here. So we'll add a little bit of that oil. And got a spoon. So we add a spoonful. Yeah, I'm one of those folks who say, well, yeah, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, so I'm going to this first. The reason the Vitamix is so good is if you did what I just did in a normal blender, it would stop. It would heat up too fast. This thing is heating up a little bit, but it's a much stronger engine, so motor, so it can do bigger jobs. Okay, so that's mixed up pretty good. Now we're going to spice it up. We put a little bit of the sesame oil in there. That adds to the taste. You can take this one. Manually mix it a little bit. Now, when I used to live in Lebanon, right next to Syria, in the Middle East, this is the national food of Lebanon. Everybody eats this every day with fresh radishes and parsley. Of course, they put garlic in it. We don't do that. And we'll add a little bit of salt. And we're waiting for the lemon.
Lemon is here.
Lemon, pressed lemon juice. Of course, all these things are good for you. Lemon juice, chickpeas, sesame. This is full of calcium. Let's see what it says here. So there's 6% iron daily value, 4% calcium. But sesame seeds have a lot of calcium.
Where do you get that from?
You buy it, the health food stores.
Oh.
In India, they use a lot of sesame seeds too, but I don't know if they use the paste.
Powder.
Use the powder?
In the north, we make a lot of chutneys with sesame. Coconut,
Yeah.
right? Just plain sesame.
You blend it.
Blend it.
Yeah, so it's the same.
You get organic also in that?
Yes. Okay, here we have a lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. Let's add that. And okay, we have Hing.
Yeah, right. We will summarize after one's done.
Okay. We have some Hing. And we need some olive oil. Add a little more little olive oil. We added some of the sesame oil. Now we have some olive oil. Okay. When you add the lemon juice, it makes the paste lighter color. Okay, so now you want to come a little closer and watch this. When it does what you see here, it makes like a whirlwind, and it's making the whole thing turn. That's exactly what you want. And then it comes out. Okay, so here